Do you ever find yourself judging people? I'm out here for a walk and I'm hearing all this noise behind me, but I don't know who's behind the noise. You can stop and say, he's interrupting my solitude, my peace. But if I were making that noise, whose solitude am I interrupting? It's a two-way street. I was thinking about how so often we make assumptions through conjecture, through jealousy, through envy. There are various things that press us to form a judgment or an opinion of someone else's life, someone else's situation. And I want to be pressed to think about this for a moment. Do you ever find yourself assuming that something has happened without all the facts? A little story that I told in church years ago, it's about a traveler, a young woman. She was in the lounge waiting to catch her flight, and she went over and bought a little package of cookies, and she came over and she sat down and put the cookies right there on that little table between herself and another passenger who was a neat-looking man, dressed well. She settles back and she hears this rustling noise. And she looks over and she's surprised to see this man taking a cookie out of her little package. And it annoyed her. She reaches over and she takes a cookie, begins to eat it. She hears the rustling again and she looks over and he's taking another cookie. By now, she's getting angry. She reaches over, she takes a cookie and she eats it. This goes on until there's only one cookie left in the package. And to add insult to injury, he reaches over, breaks the cookie in half, eats half of it, and pushes the other half over to her. Then he gets up and he walks away. She was now furious. She could not believe what just happened. She got up to get on the plane, and she was getting her ticket out of her purse, and when she did, she heard the rustling noise, and there was her package of cookies in her purse. You ever do something like that? Do you ever make an assumption like that, and you find out later through embarrassment that I had the wrong judgment? Jesus said on the Sermon on the Mount in Matthew chapter 7, verses 1 and 2, "Judge not, that you be not judged. For with the judgment you pronounce, it will be judged against you. And with the measure that you use, it will be measured against you." I used to think of it this way. If I'm judging people with a snow shovel is coming back at me. That's a lot of judgment. If I'm judging people with a backloader is coming back at me. So I always think of measurements in terms of loads. So Jesus is saying, do not judge by appearance. Do not judge by appearance. That's John 7:24. But judge with right judgment. You got to know the circumstance. You got to know the facts. And I want to encourage you, it's best not to judge at all. But the judge of the whole earth, Jesus, he will help us to press through the circumstances of life. Be careful of your judgments, assumptions, conjectures, jealousies, envies, frustrations with others. It may not be what you think it is. May God bless you as he takes you for a walk like I'm doing today.